Welcome back with the continuation of the series we're carrying out for the cards of truth and for the major arcana in particular with Fernando Alvarez from Puerto Rico. Ciao, Fernando.
Hello. Yeah, hi, how are you? Nice to see you again, and thank you for inviting me once again to your channel.
You're very welcome. Benvenuto, always. So.
Grazie mille, principessa.
Oh, that's I got a new apartment then.
Yeah, that's from Roberto Benigni. Yeah.
Nonetheless, okay.
Your eyes. You don't like that movie.
I never. Don't talk about movies. You know, I'm not a movie girl.
But you're Italian. You gotta know him.
Who?
Roberto Benigni, La Vita Bella.
Absolutely, La Vita Bella.
Yeah.
Yes. Crazy person.
I also like Ennio Morricone and
that's the musician.
Yeah, the musician, but for Cinema Paradiso, I love that movie.
Yeah, and many others. That I know.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie, by the way.
Oh, nice one. So if you guys never seen it, what is the movie? Say it again.
I don't know how you pronounce it in Italian, but it's Cinema Paradiso. Cinema Paradiso?
Cinema Paradiso.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and check it out, guys.
The long version. The long version.
The long version, it says. It's recommended by an astrologer, Vedic astrologer, and card reader, very much in love with movies, and he has a very wide understanding of movies, which
I'm a nerd, and I don't have friends. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nerd, but he said for himself, so it's good. Okay, guys, I'm not a nerd, but I'm not superficial either. I've studied the cards of truth because I wanted to better understand life and myself. Therefore, we today dive into two cards which are connected to the number 7 and the planet Saturn. Okay, we all know, even if you're not into astrology, that the word Saturn kind of freezes up on our steps. Okay, it's like, whoa, something is up. And yes, that's the truth. Something is up. And often, not to mention always, it's not really something that we are choosing. It's something that is happening to us. So, you know, when you say, I'm having a really terrible phase of my life and I don't understand why and where it came from and blah, 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 this is more likely than not coming from Saturnian effects on our transits and chart. Why? Because Saturn wants us to be born to a version of us which is more refined, more dignified, and bigger than what we thought we could be. That's Definitely. What Saturn aims for us. And it's very difficult to go through these periods of time. Why? Just because we are like a koala, attached with all our strengths to our Venusian aims and goals, which is like health, being pretty, having the right car, having the nice house, having enough money, going on holidays, having friends. This is like the nice things in life. And Saturn comes and says, look, darling, okay, you had this enjoyment, no? You had it. Did you enjoy that? Fine. Now we're going for the ride, okay? To get us to a bigger dimension where we are exploring and getting to know step by step the divine dimension within us. And I don't want to be like new agey, divine. No, it's all experiential. It's something that is coming from within and you're going to know it when it happens. So yeah. No new age BS with us.
Yes.
So
and it's very interesting that you mentioned that because we're both going through our Sadesati right now.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, with our Aquarius moons, we started the Sadesati. So we're gonna enjoy much of our rebirthing into something more dignified.
What are the degrees of your moon?
Pardon me?
The degrees of your moon in Aquarius, do you remember?
25th.
I'm 15, so yeah, we're more. You're Shatabishak, right?
Shadabishak, yeah.
I'm Danishta. Yeah.
You have the
So
rhythm.
yeah. So and let me tell you, that was a great introduction for Saturn, and that's more or less the topics that we're going to be discussing on these two major arcana, because Saturn has a bad rap, but Saturn is very important. Saturn is very powerful, but he's very humble and he's very slow. So he's not,
It's fair.
he's not like the really bad guy. He's just the inevitable things in life. And in order for the new to be born, the old must die. That is the cycle of life. That is the circle of life, like they say in The Lion King. That's just how things are.
And Saturn never takes away what is genuine.
Exactly.
Only takes away what it was a misunderstanding between you and reality.
For example, my Sadesati started, and I moved from my apartment, and I sold 90% of my things. And, I started doing astrology full time to a certain degree, just a little bit after Sadesati started. So,
and I have a question, because I'm very, very much interested. What came to your life when Saturn was transiting Sagittarius? Because it's supposed to be...
It was my Saturn return.
Also, big one then.
Yeah.
Did you find... because I found cards and
it's my ascendant. So, I'm having about 10 years of this Saturn going through my ascendant and then Sarasati until it leaves Pisces. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm aware that when Saturn transit the 11th from the Sadasati sign,
it's positive. Yes,
it's positive, meaning that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to give you something that you're going to hold on to throughout the difficulties of all the cycle of the Sadasati. And for me, during the last week of Saturn being in Sagittarius, I've started to study the cards.
Well, during Saturn in Sagittarius, I also started learning the cards. But what most importantly came up is that I officially began my astrology business.
Your practice?
I put my website. I was doing it like informally, but I started my website on 2017.
You came out of the closet with all the cards on.
Yeah. And I started doing it. And at the same time, I was doing it before that. I was doing it since 2014, but the idea of having a business was 2017. So yeah, there you go. So going back to the cards, I'm sorry.
Yes.
So Saturn is related to the 7. And what is the 7? The 7 are words that are related to what we just said. They're destruction. They're just turning the page. And in essence, it's transformation. And here in the major arcana, we have to ask ourselves, what do we have to let go? And that's what we're gonna see in the Tower and in the Death card. The Tower obviously represents the male energy going.
We can also say, we can also say, what is life taking away from me? Because you let it go. Why? Because it's been taken away.
Yeah. But in a way, Saturn is the only planet that always gives. It takes time. It's kind of slow. It's really slow, actually. But he is the one that really gives you what you really deserve in life. But it takes time. It takes effort. It takes work.
It's a very fair guy.
Let's be honest. That's why people don't like Saturn, because everybody wants free things.
Everybody wants to be in the 6th.
Everybody wants free things. Everybody wants to have sex. Everybody wants ice cream and not get fat. That's why people don't like Saturn.
Can I subscribe to that?
Yeah. So basically, you have the Tower energy, which would be the more male-oriented energy. And this is basically the destruction of outer things. Just like a tower is destroyed. You're in your house and you see a tower on the horizon and it just falls down. And that's the male energy. It's just the destruction of outer things, of outer structures.
Structure, yeah. Also, I don't know if you do the same, but in my readings, I can read that card also for the distraction of a couple.
About what? Of a what?
A couple, a relationship, because
To a certain degree, if they have a home, if they have cars, if they have like
but you can also see two people together as a couple.
To a certain degree, yes. If it's a bad breakup, yeah.
I use it
that would be more of the death card for me.
Okay.
But yeah,
you can, a little bit different.
You can see them both. I mean, from both cards. I agree with you. But the Tower is basically, turning the page, right? Going to the next level. Although that's the 10 also, but just turning the page in terms of, I just read this chapter. Next, let's go to the next chapter of my life. And it's basically turning the page on all the things we used to pursue, right? Because it's the 7, it's what comes after the 6, which was the things that we pursue in the Venus card. Now we have to let go of the old things that we used to pursue in order for the new pursuits to be born, in order for the new things to be born outside of us. So in a certain degree, yes, this would be the idea of a breakup if it's marriage.
I always say to my clients, for example, if you are in a relationship, you are a man, a successful man, and you want a beautiful woman because it fills the image that you want to convey and portray to others, so that you need a stunningly beautiful woman, long legs, and beautiful.
Yeah, I have those women flocking to me all the time, but I have to say, stop. I'm an astrologer. Oh, thank you.
I know. I've seen it before, like from the door. They were.
Yes.
So I was saying, if that's the reason why you stay with somebody, when Saturn comes around, it has this magical sniffing power. It says, the reason why you are with this person is not the most dignified reason that you could aspire to as the person that you really are. So how am I going to show you that you can aspire for something that is way more dignified for you? I'll take that long legs away, and you're going to cry like a baby because you want long legs. But the lesson was, look, there is something for you available already that is going to fulfill you much more than this. Because this is not you're, let's put it this way. You're mixing two different things. Love and a relationship with who am I, what's my egoic projection onto others. So I mistake a relationship for something that it has to serve me and my image. And Saturn is going to say, there is no congruence here for what the means that you use and the intent you have behind. So I'm going to break it down for you because you are for more than that. But, it's very difficult to see it this way when it happens. Maybe it dawns on you like down the road, if you have good friends or if you have a good reader.
Yep.
Tells you that that's the case.
Definitely, I agree. And after that, we have the Death card, which is basically the feminine energy. So we're going within, right? So basically, the Death card is not that you're going to die. It's not that you are going to be in the hospital. So get that idea off your head. That's not necessarily true. Death card is basically what we just said, transformation, turning the page, transformation. But this is inner transformation. This is letting go of inner things. For example, the idea that I was in love with this person and now the relationship is over. So I have to let go of the idea that I love this person and I'm going to be with her for the rest of my life. So you got to let go of that, because in the Death card is basically turning the page, reading the next chapter that comes after the one you just read, and of turning the page on old paradigms of thinking in order for the new paradigms of thinking, of feeling, to be born, right?
Yeah.
It is the idea of changing the way you see the world, changing the way you feel about the world, that you think about the world, that you value the world, specifically because these are hearts and diamonds.
Value is the right word for that, very much.
Yes, and exactly, value, and it's letting that go in order for the transformation to set in, for the new to come in, for the new ways of feeling and valuing the world comes in.
This is Martino, by the way, guys. He wanted to join in. He's my friend. You know, I think we covered the idea that is behind these two cards.
Definitely.
And I hope we gave you guys an understanding that is less mundane and less sacrifice and pain and sorrow, but more an understanding of what is going on behind the scenes when we get these two cards. Okay, things get a little bit harder when we reject what is happening with these two cards. When these two cards are reversed, meaning that we are not taking in the lessons, we're not letting go, we're not letting Saturn be Saturn. So basically, we're not letting ourselves improve. But you know, I hope this inspires people. We are clubs, so we need to inspire people.
Definitely.
Okay.
And you know, don't be afraid of Saturn. Just embrace it. And I recommend this mantra for everybody who's having situations, which is the Shiva mantra of Om Triambakem Yayamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukami Vandanan Yotyo Mukshi Aman Mreta. That's a very good mantra for Saturn. It's actually for Shiva, but Shiva is related to Saturn.
Absolutely.
Is the Maha
look.
Matrinji, I forgot the name. Yeah, it's Shiva, and you have it right there. Nice.
This is I don't know if it's available on my Etsy shop yet.
Yes, and let me tell you, Saturn energy is very liberating. It's very satisfactory. Absolutely. Because he's the Lord of Time and the Lord of Karma.
It's only true that transformation, meaning a better version of myself, can arise. Only
correct. And let's be clear here. It doesn't matter if you're having Saturn return or Sadesati. Saturn is always somewhere in your chart. So Saturn is always working on something.
Always transiting in an area of your life.
Yeah. That you feel it, that you notice it. That's another thing, but it's always there. And you have to realize that.
Fernando, we're gonna leave the mantra in the comment section, right?
Yeah, it's the Maha, I forgot, Maha Matrinjingu or something. I'm sorry for all the Indian people.
We'll do our best to link it for people.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, great. So next time we're gonna see what awaits for us at number 8. The magical number, in my perception, is connected to Rahu, so it's supposed to be very difficult, but I find it to be fascinating.
It is.
A lot.
And it's a card of independence. It's called the Maha Mrityunjay mantra. There we go. I'm sorry.
You're gonna find it down there, guys.
I know the mantra by heart, but I don't know the name. Look at me, an ignorant Westerner.
I always use the Om Namah Shivaya.
Also, that's a very good one too.
Okay, Fernando, I thank you so much for being on my channel again. And and I wait for you next week with different clothes for the both of us.
Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
I don't know what that is, but it was fascinating. Now you're gonna tell me, you're gonna say bye, guys.